Soon as y'all come in the building, 17 years old, kicked out on the street. But back at the time, I never thought, ain't a woman alive that could take my mother's place. Spend it from school. I was a fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. We are now surviving Charleston White's eyeball. Smash that like button. This is pure survival at this point. From a jail cell, who think a penitentiary? Hey, I see the penitentiary one day. Running from the police, that's right. Mama catch me, put a whooping to my backside. And even after crack fiend, mama. You always was a black queen, mama. This is pure survival at this point. Salute to D-Dot coming in the building. We are surviving Charleston White's eyeball. Miss Red, this is pure survival at this point. And I'm going to let everybody know, even you, Charleston White, because I know you might be watching right now, sir. You know, I don't have a problem with Charleston White. Pure survival. You know what I mean? We got a history. We go back. You know what I mean? The people in my younger days that know, like in my early YouTube, career, me and Charleston White, we had words. We had comedic combat. We had comedic smoke. So I have no problem with Charleston White and his eyeball. But this is pure survival at this point. Because motherfuckers don't know. People don't understand that Charleston White's the bad eye is the good eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the bad eye is the good eye. Motherfuckers don't understand that. You be like, damn, which one is the good eye and which one is the bad eye? It's the bad eye that's the good eye. You know what I'm saying? And I know Charleston White's strategies. I know the shit that he do, and when he say crazy motherfucker shit, how he know that it affect people, but it benefits him during survival. So he know I don't give a fuck. Him, Anthony Gold Toothberry, his best friend, Anthony, if you watching this, we are surviving Charleston White's eyeball. Oh my God, salute to Teresa Bullock. Teresa Bullock come in the building and just sent the player $100 during survival. Oh, Teresa Bullock, did you miss me? To the point that she just dropped $100 in this motherfucker. I'm telling you, this is pure survival at this point. So Charleston White, clearly, she must want me to G-check you during survival. And I told you, me and you, we cool now. But that doesn't mean if you do something disrespectful that I won't say nothing to your ass or I will not call you out. Pure survival. I've been told you I would. You know what I mean? And I know you don't care. The more disrespectful you are, and the more people that buy into the shit, it benefits you during survival. But you know I don't give a shit. Everything between me and you always been comedic. And I told you in person when we was hugging longer than Kevin Gates. Longer than you and Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? Right then and there, I said, Charleston, if you do something, and you know this is my job to react to the shit, pure survival, it's nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? But I will react to the shit. And you know I don't give a fuck. Shout out to Say Cheese TV. You know what I'm saying? And Julio Foolio's mother. Rapper Julio Foolio, we just all saw this shit in public. The boy got killed on his birthday. You know what I'm saying? And I said that Julio Foolio shouldn't have been trolling, going to people's funeral homes and making rap diss songs about other dead rappers. I've been telling young men that that's not cool during survival. You know what I'm saying? So I know what Julio Foolio was doing was wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he got killed in Charleston, you 10,700 years old, pure survival. So I'm not trying to hear that this is just a character. No, that's the motherfucker that make money, though. I'm not going to lie. When Charleston say, oh, this is just a character, da-da-da, dude, you still are disrespectful whether that's a character or not, goddammit, because it ain't no character. It's really who you are. But you know that it works for you to be disrespectful, and you make other motherfuckers mad. But you can't get me mad during survival, goddammit. And you remember the one time you said that you hope that I died from an alcohol poison a couple years ago, and I forgave you. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. You 10,000 and something years old. So just saying, oh, well, these young rappers are disrespectful, so why can't I be disrespectful? You are the goddamn adult. You know what I'm saying? So that you can't make excuses. And then when you was talking about Gilly's son, I felt some kind of way. When you talking about these young deceased rappers and you trying to say just because they talking about them, it makes it okay for you to do it. No, it doesn't, sir. You old as a motherfucker, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Charleston White is fast. Like in person, he not a dickhead like that, for real, for real. You know what I mean? He's actually a really nice guy in person. I can't lie to y'all. But he's quick as a motherfucker. When we met in person, he punched me in the stomach and everything. Pure survival. That's why I knew I was surviving his eyeball. Because I'm like, how the fuck did you see my stomach that quick? Motherfucker just threw a punch. We laughed, we joked. But I told Charleston, if you do something that I feel is disrespectful, I'm going to react to it during survival. Now, all Julio Foolio mother said was she didn't like you because you too old to be doing the shit that you be doing on the internet. But I know why you do it, because you get paid to do it. Pure survival. So you like, fuck it. If I'm getting paid to disrespect the dead and I'm getting paid to do all this, you still gonna do it. I already know. You don't hurt my motherfucking feelings. You hurt other people's feelings. Pure survival. But I'm still going to survive your eyeball and we're gonna do it together. Y'all gotta smash that like button. And I want y'all to hear what Julio Foolio's mother. This mother just lost her child. Whether he was talking trash and starting trouble too, you still shouldn't be disrespectful to this woman and calling her ghetto and saying that that boy deserved to get killed and all of that. Who does that? You 10,000 years old. You know what I mean? I don't care if he was rapping that about that shit. You still too old to be doing that. And she was right. Listen to Julio Foolio mother and smash that like button and put prayer hands up for this woman.
A lot of people, well, I had did an interview with Charleston White and a few others, and people feel like Julio Charles was just tired of running, tired of looking over his shoulder, tired of living at times. Like, did you ever get that?
I did. Charleston White said that?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. You 60-something years old, however old he is. I don't like him. We need to be a...
And all Julio Foolio mother said was, I don't like him. Why would his mother like you, Charleston, if you sitting there disrespecting her deceased son? Pure survival. And she said that you 600 and something years old. Julio Foolio mom, if you watching this, pure survival, Charleston White is 10,500 years old. You got his age messed up. But he is old as hell, and you're right, he too old to be doing this. And then making it like it's cool, it's just a character. That is not no goddamn character, dude. That's how you really feel. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? You disrespect the dead and you make up excuses and trying to say, oh, it's just a character. Motherfucker, that's how you really feel. You just know that people gonna buy into it and you're gonna make money off of it. So that's the only thing I don't knock you for, pure survival. But the fact that you do that, like when you being funny and comedic, I tell you, okay, Charleston, I fuck with that. But when you disrespecting deceased people and their mothers and all of that, I told you to your face I didn't like that. And Anthony Gold Toothberry, you in the tooth. Anthony, you in the tooth. Unblock me, goddammit. This is pure survival at this point. Listen to Julio Foolio mother, and she shouldn't like you because you keep talking about her dead son. Why would she like you, sir?
And a few others, and people feel like Julio Charles was just tired of running, tired of looking over his shoulder, tired of living at times. Like, did you ever get that?
I did. Charleston White said that?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. You 60-something years old, however old he is. I don't like him. We need to be adults. And if he hear me, I know he gonna go on a rant about it, but I don't care.
He almost cried when we did the interview.
I bet she did.
And everybody know, like Say Cheese TV, please stop it. You know Sean Cotton, I got nothing but love for you. But for you to say, oh, Charleston White, he almost cried. Charleston White do not give a shit. Pure survival. He don't care about who dies, who get killed, nothing. He benefits off of that. So if he fake cry and pretend like he's so heartbroken, pure survival, he don't give a shit. So why would his mother say, oh, Charleston tried to cry over my son, but he keeps disrespecting my child at the same time? And I don't care if you try to say, oh, Julio Foolio mom is ghetto, da 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 da. I don't listen. I come from the ghetto, Charleston, pure survival. And you always trying to say, oh, well, my mom, I didn't grow up like this, and I grew up good. Good for you, goddammit. If you grew up so good, then why are you so disrespectful during survival? You know what I mean? And these motherfuckers act like they scared of you. You know I'm not. Not one bit. And I mean comedically. This is not a violent thing. Charleston's not no violent motherfucker in person. Pure survival. The man only weighed like 2 pounds, 5 ounces. And that's all eyeball. 4 of the pounds is motherfucking eyeball. You know what I'm saying? But this woman, I see why she don't like your ass, Charleston. You know what I'm saying? What mother gonna like a man that's disrespecting their child who just got murdered damn near on national TV? You know what I mean? And yeah, I understand Julio was going back and forth when he was alive. He's dead now, sir. So you only talking about him to capitalize, and you know I know that. Pure survival.
Running, tired of looking over his shoulder, tired of living at times. Like, did you ever get that?
I did. Charleston White said that.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him. You 60-something years old, however old he is. I don't like him. We need to be adults. And if he hear me, I know he gonna go on a rant about it, but I don't care.
He almost cried when we did the interview.
I bet she did. I don't
He told me that he had a thing for Foolio. Well, Charles.
I bet she did. I think it was fake. Because I seen the videos he made. I don't like him. I think adults need to be adults. And he speak. I don't like some of the stuff he spoke on. Not even Charles, but even in chat. And I don't like that. You too.
And he's too old, and adults need to be adults. She's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Charleston's being funny and he doing something that I think that's comedic, I support it. I be like, yo, that was funny as hell. Pure survival. But like I'm telling y'all, I told him in person, when you're disrespecting the dead, when you're disrespecting somebody's parent, or any of that kind of shit, I'll just turn the channel. It don't get to me, pure survival. But I had to react to the shit he's saying, to what she's saying, and all she's saying is she don't like him. You know what I mean? I know he don't give a shit about my son. So I'm not trying to hear that, oh, he was crying. No, the fuck. Charleston don't give a damn about nobody. We are surviving this man's eyeball. You know what I'm saying? That eyeball does magic tricks. Pure survival. He take that eyeball out, and it's a bunch of disrespectful paperwork. He pulls out his eyeball, and he read it, and he just says it out his mouth.
I think adults need to be adults. And he speak. I don't like some of the stuff he spoke on. Not even Charles, but even in chat. And I don't like that. You're too old for that. You're supposed to be an adult. So,
I think with Charles, it was, I guess it was 2-3 years ago. I guess your son threatened to Charleston White out of nowhere, and I think that's what created it.
Why would he just say that? Now, come on, Sean. You've been knowing Charles forever. You think he finna just say that out the blue? What make him get it? That man had to say something first, and he know he ain't finna smite no older person, but he said something to him first. Just like with these songs,
And I remember when Julio Foolio said he was going to smack the eyeball out of Charleston White's head. Pure survival. But when he said he was going to smack Charleston White, the boy was alive. They was going back and forth when he was alive. Yes, he said he was going to slap him. But he never slapped Charleston White. Pure survival. And the boy is dead now. So why are you disrespecting him after that? I understand y'all was going back and forth over the internet when he was alive. Why are you still doing that now? And then people saying, well, why is she trying to make money off of Foolio? That's her son. If I was dead and gone, I want my mom and my family to make money off of me too. God damn it. This is pure survival, especially if everybody else gonna make money off of me when I'm gone. Why wouldn't I want my family to make money off of that? You know what I'm saying? No, Charleston, I'm sorry, dude. Like, I don't got a problem with you. But if you go on a rant and you say anything to me, I'm going to fire you up comedically. You know what I'm saying? And I told you that in person. Pure survival. I got love for you, but when you do this, I'm going to react.
It's your son threatening to Charleston White out of nowhere. And I think that's what created it.
Why would he just say that? Now, come on, Sean. You've been knowing Charles forever. You think he finna just say that out the blue? What make him get it? That man had to say something first. And he know he ain't finna smite no older person. But he said something to him first. Just like with these songs, they say something first, and then when he say something next, it's a problem. Why would he just say, "Oh, I'm gonna smite Charleston White"?
Yeah, I don't know. I got to go back and look.
Exactly.
I got to go back and do my homework.
Exactly. He ain't just made it. He ain't just say off in it. Why would he just want to?
And I don't care who started it first, who started it second. Charleston White is 10,500 years old. So for him to go back and forth with this young boy, especially while he dead, you're dead wrong, sir. Now, this is what Charleston White said today.
Hump in the ground.
That's what he's saying today. Charleston White is saying that the boy deserved what happened to him. And talking about how ghetto his mom is and da-da-da-da. I come from the ghetto, goddammit. I'll say it again. I don't care. She's not, just because you come from the ghetto don't mean you got to be like that way for the rest of your life. The woman working the hospital, she doing good. Her kid just got killed. You know what I'm saying? And what is she supposed to do, sir? Smash that like button. We are surviving Charleston White's bad eyeball.
Man, listen, my nigga. They wanted to kill that boy so bad, the same nigga that killed him gave him the pirate nub last year.
See, listen to him. He couldn't wait to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And Charleston, I don't give a damn.
By way of words. I diagnosed them mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and psychologically. I'm an expert in diagnosing.
Oh, okay. Because at first, because I know Fulio's mom is a nurse, so I didn't know if that was a.
I'm a doctor. I ain't no nurse, nigga. Yeah, she got to do what the doctor say do. Yeah, she only went so far. So she minister medication is given by the doctor. I minister real healing by way of words.
Yeah, but I mean, you can't belittle a nurse though, because people, based off Fulio's music, people assumed his mom to be a hood rat or.
She is. Some of them little boys in the rap song say they gonna have her going back to snorting cocaine.
So he says she's a hood rat because she snorted cocaine, pure survival. When that's a rich man's drug. You know what I'm talking about? Just because this woman did drugs before, it doesn't mean that she's a hood rat, Charleston. You got rich people who family on heroin and crack and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got to call all of this out. So what if she did powder before, that Tutti Frutti? They saying Beyonce snort powder. Pure survival.
Based off Fulio's music, people assumed his mom to be a hood rat or.
She is. Some of them little boys in the rap song say they gonna have her going back to snorting cocaine. One of them said in the rap song, I can't think, I heard it the other day. But one of them said something about his mama. And they said she used to snort cocaine in a rap song. So she might have been a hood rat mama. She raised the boy in the ghetto, single parent mom. Boy got put out at 14 years old. Them hood rat babies. Most women who are not hood rats, their children ain't getting put out at 14 years old. They're not in and out on their own at 16 years old. Most mothers are going to go to extreme measures to keep their children from being in the streets as children, teenagers. So
now, you know what? He did grow up in the ghetto. She could have been, in the hood life, whatever you say, hood rat before. I'm not denying that. If he got, those epidemics. But I grew up under them epidemics. And the fact that her son got killed, where she come from, that shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? And yes, okay, the decisions and him being raised a certain way, that does play a part in the decisions he made. I'm not denying that. But for him to be, you know what I mean, trolling and all of that shit about the fact that the boy got killed and disrespecting his mom, to me, is still wrong.
Boy got put out at 14 years old. Them hood rat babies. Most women who are not hood rats, their children ain't getting put out at 14 years old. They're not ending out on their own at 16 years old. Most mothers are going to go to extreme measures to keep their children from being in the streets as children, teenagers. So I would assume she's a hood rat mama.
His sister's a teacher.
I don't mean shit. I know plenty of hood rat teachers that work at A.M. Payton, Maud R. Logan, or Sam Houston High School. Them hoes get high and all kind of shit. Nigga, teachers and nurses, man, them ain't nothing but some executive hoes. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, your name came up in the interview, and I mean, she voiced her dislike for you. You know, I explained that Foolio, well, you told me Foolio threatened you before, that said he was going to smack you.
Why she say she don't like me? She don't know me.
I guess she says you're too old to be doing the things you do on the internet.
She's too old to be getting shot. My mom ain't never been shot. My grandma ain't never been shot.
Now, Julio Foolio mother did get shot. I don't know what she gets shot for. I don't know what she was involved in at that particular time. You know what I'm saying? But she did get shot. But just Charleston saying, "Are you too old to be getting shot?" I don't think people going around asking, "Hey, can you shoot me right now? I'm 40 something years old. Please shoot me in the ass." Pure survival. So I don't think she asked to get shot. And you only saying that because she says she don't like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like you. You're talking about my deceased son, and you're making up excuses.
You know, I explained that Foolio, well, you told me Foolio threatened you before, that said he was going to smack you.
Why she say she don't like me? She don't know me.
I guess she says you're too old to be doing the things you do on the internet.
She's too old to be getting shot. My mom ain't never been shot. My grandma ain't never been shot. My mama house ain't never been shot up. She too old to not have a man. And she too young to be burying the son. So who give a fuck if I'm too old to be acting like this online? I'm playing a character. This is not who I am in real life. I've become a millionaire from playing this character. So how am I too old to become successful?
Now, like I just told y'all, right? Now, Charleston says that this is a character. If you're disrespecting the dead and all of that stuff, right? And you saying that that's a character, like this is, I told y'all in person, he doesn't act like that. You know what I mean? It actually would blow your mind. He act totally different in person, pure survival. But still, like, there's things that I just would not do or say to become successful. You know what I mean? But he can't turn back around now because Charleston blew up off of this image. Everybody fed into it and he got rich, like he said, from disrespecting people. That is his talent. If I'd say fuck the dead or fuck this person and I can become rich for doing it, why would he change from that? You know what I mean? I could do the same thing. Y'all could do the same thing, but I'm not willing to do that. I don't got enough balls to just disrespect. You know, that's not even my heart. I can't even do that and then call it a goddamn character. Pure survival and say I'm just playing. It's just a character. You know what I'm saying? But F King Von and F his mom and all these deceased rappers. And that is a talent today. Like, you can make money off of being that. No, I'd rather let the shit come slow. Slow money better than no money. But it works for Charleston. That's why I said, hey, if this worked for you, go ahead, get your money. But I know it's an excuse still. Like, nigga, come on now. You 10,000 and something years old. Stop it.
My mama house ain't never been shot up. She too old to not have a man. And she too young to be bearing a son. So who give a fuck if I'm too old to be acting like this online? I'm playing a character. This is not who I am in real life. I've become a millionaire from playing this character. So how am I too old to become successful? So let me just say this to Julio Foolio mama. I had no idea who your son was. I heard his music. And at the time, he just had made a polarizing song at a graveyard with dead people. So when I saw this, he was just making this song. Who wouldn't be about that? So she's meaning. So let me just say this, homie. Her son threatened me as a young man, and I'm an older man, close to her age. Her disrespectful demon son said that he was going to do physical harm to me because I commented about a video he made against dead people at a graveyard. He said he would slap me. If I was her, I wouldn't have no problem with me.
Now, when Julio said that he was going to slap Charleston White, and Julio Foolio made that song disrespecting the dead people at the graveyard, I thought that was terrible. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was something, man, listen, this could get you, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was disgusting too. So I understood Charleston at that time, you know what I'm saying, when Julio Foolio was making songs dissing the dead. I don't like when nobody makes songs that disrespect the dead. So I didn't think Charleston White was wrong at that time. Pure survival. I'm only speaking for him doing it now. You know what I'm saying? Because even if somebody got a kid that's a murderer or whatever, you still going to love your kid. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how, but motherfucking Jeffrey Dahmer, his dad still went to go visit this motherfucker in jail. You know what I'm saying? And that was fucking insane. But I'm just saying, for this mother to just lose her son, you know what I mean? I get why Charleston said what he said before when Julio was alive. I get the part he said he's going to slap him. I get when he went back and forth with him when he was alive. It's just, I'm speaking on him doing it now. Him now while the boy is dead. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm an older man, close to her age. Her disrespectful demon son said that he was going to do physical harm to me because I commented about a video he made against dead people at a graveyard. He said he would slap me. If I was her, I wouldn't have no problem with me and my son done threatened him. So she got to be a hood rat mama. I sat and listened to that woman make justifications and excuses for her son's behavior. Not once did she hold him accountable. Me and my brother caught a murder case, Sean, as children. My brother just come home from doing 31 years for a murder he committed at 17 years old. My mother never made excuses for us. When we would complain about it's hard on us, my mother would remind us that you guys are responsible for taking somebody's life. I still get to come see you, son. That other mother can't go see her baby. I don't hear that woman talking like that. I heard that woman make excuses for him making a song at a graveyard. What she say? Oh, that wasn't a real graveyard. Come on, mama. That's why that boy dead. And he got killed in a horrible way. So I know she can't sleep good at night.
Do y'all hear this, man? Like, I mean, he's very, very graphic. Like, with the fact that her son going, and Charleston just don't give a fuck, man. Like, you know, like I said, it's certain truth to what he's saying about the fact that Julio Foolio, you know, the shit that he was doing. But I don't, it's crazy.
I don't hear that woman talking like that. I heard that woman make excuses for him making a song at a graveyard. What she say? Oh, that wasn't a real graveyard. Come on, mama. That's why that boy dead. And he got killed in a horrible way. So I know she can't sleep good at night. That's one of those mothers who condone their children's wrongdoing. When my brother committed a murder case, my mama made him turn himself in. My brother committed a murder case. My mama made him turn himself in. Because my mother don't condone our wrongdoings. Mama say what's right is right and wrong is wrong. So when mama want to know who's right and who's wrong, So I'm listening to his mama. I'm saying, man, that's one of them ghetto hoes. Because if she a nurse, why she didn't get out the ghetto? Why she leave him stuck out there?
See, now he's saying that she's one of them ghetto hoes when Julio Foolio, to me, made his own decision. Once a kid becomes a grown man, if he want to be in the streets, like I watched the interview and she said she was telling Julio Foolio to stop making these diss songs. Like she was telling him, you know what I'm saying? Like coming for him and letting him know that he was wrong for doing that. I heard her say that in the interview. You know what I'm saying? You can't control what your child end up doing as a grown ass adult, sir. You know what I'm saying? So it's not her fault in saying that, oh, she's a ghetto hood rat and this is why, and she left him in the hood. He became a famous rapper. How'd she leave him in the hood? He made the choices that he wanted to make. So like I said, some of the shit I can understand what he's saying, but then it's that shit that I just don't. And I've been told him that.
Wrong. So I'm listening to his mama. I'm saying, man, that's one of them ghetto hoes. Because if she a nurse, why she didn't get out the ghetto? Why she leave him stuck out there? I remember I used to run away from home at 13 years old. Every house I went to, every friend I knew, my mama went to their house. So when I came to their house, guess what? They mama and they big brother them saying, man, your mama was over here looking for you. You can't stay here. Miss White, he over here. And let me just say this, my nigga. My mama don't know what we doing in the streets. How did this woman know so much about what her son doing in the streets if she don't know nothing about it?
I think social media played a big part.
Man, so my mama ain't on social media.
See, even Say Cheese TV just said, because he said, well, how come his mother knew so much about what he was doing in the streets? It's all over the internet, Charleston. It's all over the internet. So how, of course she's going to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say just because she knew about what he was doing in the street. She didn't know everything. You just said your mother didn't know everything you was doing in the streets. None of our parents knew exactly what we was doing in the streets. Pure survival. So how you going to say that when you just said your mother didn't know everything you was doing? They didn't have the internet back when you was on the streets, Charleston. You're 10,500 years old. Pure survival.
Guess what? They mama and they big brother them saying, man, your mama was over here looking for you. You can't stay here. Miss White, he over here. And let me just say this, my nigga. My mama don't know what we doing in the streets. How did this woman know so much about what her son doing in the streets if she don't know nothing about it?
I think social media played a big part.
Man, so my mama ain't on social media. How do social media play a big part? How can she be a nurse and learn all this from social media? How does she know so much about her son's street activity?
I think all the parents knew, and Young and Ace and Queso and all these parents knew each other.
Wasn't Queso daddy involved in one of the murders?
Bibby's son. I mean, Bibby's dad.
No. Wasn't Queso? Didn't Queso daddy tell on him?
Yep. So Queso allegedly killed Bibby.
So, but Queso daddy is in jail because he was part of the crime, right? So what it sounds like, all these parents, all of these parents, for the most part, condoned it. Because if my son having problems like that, boy, we finna leave. I love you so much. I'm gonna do what my mama did when she had my little sister. My mama took an early retirement from General Motors so she can be a more present parent in my little sister's life compared to when she was working at General Motors when me and my brother was in school. My mother took an early retirement so she can be more present in my sister's life.
So no matter what, if your mother did all of this, Charleston, that doesn't mean that it's okay for you to be disrespectful to this mother who lost her kids because your mother and his mother had two different lives. That doesn't, it still don't make sense, sir. Okay, there's different choices she could have made, living different places, it is what it is. But once he became an adult, he made his own decisions. You can't blame her and then blame her after the boy got killed.
As a parent, you got to make whatever sacrifice you have to make. But that's what happened when you ain't got no man trying to raise a boy. That's what happened when you're a black woman with a job. So it sounds like she probably one of them mothers that focused more on her career, and her son had very little parental supervision, so he got to roam and hang in the streets, and she was cool with that.
She said she reached out to other parents, but the parents were shy away from.
I was shy away from her too. When at the end of my son's funeral, we playing this song. You seen at the end of that funeral I was shy away from a mother like that too, because we not finna play this mess outside the church house at my baby's funeral, and this is the reason he's dead. This song is the reason this little motherfucker. So they put a hump in the ground. Listen, man, let me stop this right here. Man, listen, my nigga.
Now, I don't know if y'all saw Julio Foolio's funeral, but they was playing like the music however they celebrated was the way that they celebrated. And I'm not judging the fact that they played his music, and his music that played a part in what was going on and how he got killed. You know what I'm saying? People do whatever they do as far as a funeral. I still don't feel like he's right for doing this, like talking to this woman like that. You know what I mean? Y'all both you could talk to her privately, y'all two. You know what I mean? However they did the funeral, like, I mean, I don't know.
Playing this song. You seen at the end of that funeral I was shy away from a mother like that too, because we not finna play this mess outside the church house at my baby's funeral, and this is the reason he's dead. This song is the reason this little motherfucker. So they put a hump in the ground. Listen, man, let me stop this right here. Man, listen, my nigga. They wanted to kill that boy so bad, the same nigga that killed him gave him the pirate nub last year.
Yeah.
Homie.
They say the shell casings are matching from the last shooting.
See, when you're a disciplinary parent, your children still honor your words, even when they get grown. Homie, to this day, I don't cuss in front of my mama. I ain't never put a blunt up in front of my mouth in front of my mama. When I used to smoke cigarettes, my mother have never seen me put a cigarette up to my mouth. My mother never seen me drink a beer or alcohol, and I've never done that in front of my mother, and I'm 47 years old. So I don't know what, she one of them new mamas. She one of them mamas, he probably used to hear his mama getting in the house. So I sat and I watched that interview.
Now listen, he don't know if that's true or not, but he just said she's probably one of the mothers that used to get fucked in the house while her kids was there for them to hear it. Now, who knows if that's true or not, but that's what he's saying, his judgment about her. You're one of them mothers that get fucked by a man while your kids is in the room listening, and this is his assumption. Y'all got to smash that like button, guys. We are surviving Charleston White's eyeball, and we are surviving the fact of the things that he's saying about this deceased boy and his mother after he's gone.
I have never seen me put a cigarette up to my mouth. My mother never seen me drink a beer or alcohol, and I've never done that in front of my mother, and I'm 47 years old. So I don't know what, she one of them new mamas. She one of them mamas, he probably used to hear his mama getting in the house. So I sat and I watched that interview. I say this woman is justifying, blaming, and making excuses for her dead gangster demon son. And I just want to let her know he got what he deserved.
Now, do y'all think that that was right for him to just say? He said her dead gangster demon son got what he deserved. How many of y'all agree with that? Like, I agree that the stuff he was doing and disrespecting the dead, going to cemeteries and all of that, could definitely got him killed. That he definitely shouldn't have did that. But there's no way that I could have said that myself to this mother, like knowing this mother's listening, like you saying your son got what he deserved. I just think, no, like, yeah, he doing that could have got him killed, but I can't do that. Me as a grown man just can't do that, even if I felt like, you know what I'm saying, that. But why am I going to say he got what he deserved, though? Like, that's just crazy.
I have never seen me put a cigarette up to my mouth. My mother never seen me drink a beer or alcohol. And I've never done that in front of my mother. And I'm 47 years old. So I don't know what. She one of them new mamas. She one of them mamas. He probably used to hear his mama getting in the house. So I sat and I watched that interview. I say this woman is justifying, blaming, and making excuses for her dead gangster demon son. And I just want to let her know he got what he deserved. Her son deserved to be killed.
I want to say this too, though.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Her son deserved to be killed. This man, this is a 10,500-year-old man. He just said he deserved to be killed. I'll say, yo, this can get you killed. Or are you playing with fire? Yes, I understand the moves he was making, going to the cemetery, disrespecting the dead and all that. Yeah, that can get you killed. I would say that. I've said that about the shit Julio Foolio was doing. But I'm not going to tell his mother flat out, your son deserved to be killed. What mother want to hear that after your son got killed? That's just crazy.
In the house. So I sat and I watched that interview. I say this woman is justifying, blaming, and making excuses for her dead gangster demon son. And I just want to let her know he got what he deserved. Her son deserved to be killed.
I want to say this too, though. I mean, the whole entire interview, she never called him Foolio. She called him Charles.
That's his name. He ain't no Foolio. He wasn't no fool.
But it goes back to what you say about there's the character and then there's the real person.
Well, same. I never heard Mo 3 mother when we had the Murder Change Me event. I never heard Mo 3 mother reference him as Mo 3. She kept saying Lil Melvin. When I went to Nipsey's funeral, I never heard anybody say Nipsey other than Big Sam. Everybody kept saying Earmus. So that's the point I've been trying to make. And I just want to let her know, I don't know Charles. I know Julio Foolio, and the first time I met him, he threatened to harm me, slap me, an elder. Very disrespectful kid. And my response was, you ain't never slapped a nigga that'll kill you.
And even if a young person threatened to slap me on the internet, we going back and forth, and that boy got killed, I'm not going to be up here trolling his mother and acting like I'm still mad because some young boy that I'm hundreds and hundreds years older than, because he threatened to slap me. You was arguing with a 26-year-old boy. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? That's why we are surviving Charleston White's eyeball, and we are surviving the fact that people made it cool to be like Charleston made it cool to do shit like this, to disrespect for dead and say crazy wild shit, and people still support it and love it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, even with me and him meeting in person, we only ever had comedic smoke. You know what I'm saying? But I always said whenever he did that, you do what you do, this work for you, you make money off of that, I'm not knocking you. But when you say something wrong, I'm gonna call you out. I'm going to react to it. And I just think that this is wrong, telling that mother that her son deserved to be killed. You know what I'm saying? She clearly know he was making the wrong decisions and doing stupid shit that could have got him killed. But to say to her, he got what he deserved, all because you saying he threatened to slap you months and months ago, I think last year or whenever the fuck it was. Come on, man.
Her son deserved to be killed.
I want to say this too, though. I mean, the whole entire interview, she never called him Foolio. She called him Charles.
His real name is Charles. Julio Foolio name was Charles. Same, pretty much like him, Charleston White. But Julio Foolio name is Charles, and all she calls him is Charles. She don't identify him with no Julio Foolio. She don't identify him as the rapper. My mother only ever called me Bill, and y'all don't even know Bill, but she never called me Jamil. My whole life, pure survival. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Human son. And I just want to let her know he got what he deserved. Her son deserved to be killed.
I want to say this too, though. I mean, the whole entire interview, she never called him Foolio. She called him Charles.
That's his name. He ain't no Foolio. He wasn't no fool.
But it goes back to what you say about there's the character, and then there's the real person.
Well, same. I never heard Mo 3 mother when we had the Murder Change Me event. I never heard Mo 3 mother reference him as Mo 3. She kept saying Lil Melvin. When I went to Nipsey's funeral, I never heard anybody say Nipsey other than Big Sam. Everybody kept saying Earmus. So that's the point I've been trying to make. And I just want to let her know, I don't know Charles. I know Julio Foolio, and the first time I met him, he threatened to harm me, slap me, an elder. Very disrespectful kid. And my response was, you ain't never slapped a nigga that'll kill you. And from what I heard, he ain't never slapped a nigga. He just been rapping about people getting killed, and based on what he's been rapping about, other people been doing the shooting. But he wasn't no shooter. He wasn't no fighter. He was a little bitty nigga about my size, if not smaller, talking tough on the beach. And looks like every time he was getting shot at, he wasn't shooting back. He wasn't ever prepared for what he was rapping about.
Julio was a little bit taller. He's probably 6'1".
He looks skinny in the motherfucker. I ain't talking about height. I'm talking about weight. That nigga was...
Yeah. He's probably weighed about your size.
And after they shot him, he probably went to 85 pounds, what it looked like. So all I'm saying is, homie, as a mother, and the thing that I've said about her son's rap persona, I can get it that she don't agree with what I'm saying. But for her to say, I don't like him and I'm too old, ma'am, I'm playing a character. I'm playing a character.
And that's Charleston's excuse for being disrespectful at all times. All he got to say. And people be like, oh, it's just a character. But let that be one of your dead relatives that he said, fuck them and all that type of stuff. And they deserve to die and all of that. Y'all gonna be, if you're going to be trying to hear that he's just playing a character, if that's the case, everybody might as well do that. You know what I'm saying? Disrespect somebody's dead relative and just say, hey, I was just playing a character. No, goddammit, you way too old for that. I'm not disagreeing with everything that he's saying. I don't disagree with everything as far as the choices that Julio Foolio made and all that type of shit. I'm just saying distinctively the way you're talking to this boy's mother after, you know what I mean, he lost his life, regardless if he made the decision and made that bid to put himself in that situation or not. It's like he just operate differently. And I've been told him that.
A little bit taller. He's probably 6'1".
He looks skinny in the motherfucker. I ain't talking about height. I'm talking about weight. That nigga was...
He's probably weighed about your size.
And after they shot him, he probably went to 85 pounds, what it looked like. So all I'm saying is, homie, as a mother, and the thing that I've said about her son's rap persona, I can get it that she don't agree with what I'm saying. But for her to say, I don't like him and I'm too old, ma'am, I'm playing a character. I'm playing a character. And my character has never physically hurt anybody. Nobody has came up dead because of my character. I say a lot of things. Your son done a lot of things. So I want to remind people again, because I have to keep saying this every 6 months when we talk about Charleston.
And that's it. Actions speak louder than words. Charleston, this is an action, sir. You saying because you physically didn't go put your hands or harm nobody that way, but you say disrespectful things that may hurt people internally, inside. And you know you can't do that with me, goddammit. Pure survival. But everybody don't have the same mind state. You can say something so fucked up and make somebody go take their own life or take somebody else's life, but you don't care about that because it's a character and you know you're going to get paid for it. So I'll never tell you, hey, stop, switch your whole thing, because I know for a fact why you do it. I know the business. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's the way you got where you are and continuing to go further. And I even told you in person that, like I said, if you want to live looking over your shoulders, you know what I mean, and you got enough balls to disrespect, I said the same thing to Hassan Campbell. Y'all talking about people, dead relatives and all that, and y'all don't care, and y'all say, I'll die for this. More power to you. But I could never do that. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that this boy was in his 20s, and you trying to say, well, I only talk about it. He did it, but you just said that he never did nothing. That he was just a talker, pure survival. And you're still the grown adult at the end of the day. You say you 46. I believe you 10,500, pure survival. That eyeball got to be every bit of a couple thousand years old. You know what I'm saying? But you are the adult. How are you going to try to make it like, oh, because the young boys is doing it and saying it, I should be able to say it too. When you should be leading by example. But I get it though, Charleston. This works for you. This brings home the bacon. We in a new day and age now. You can do shit like this and become famous for disrespecting dead people and all that. This is a different time now. You do this shit, they'll say, yo, that's comedy. Hey, look how he disrespect DMX. Wow, that's comedy. Look how he disrespected Nipsey Hussle. That's comedy. The whole game done changed in this era. So you got away with it. But this right here, when you do shit like this, not comedy at all. I know, pure survival. Shout out to the lounge. Definitely not. But this is what he'll say. I'm playing a character. Oh, I'm being funny. People find that funny. When he talk about dead people and all that, they be cracking up laughing. I be like, what the fuck? And I told y'all, me and Charleston's cool. Like, I don't got no beef with him.
I ain't never heard.
Like, we had little shit way back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't, I'm just basically reacting to what he doing, giving my true opinion. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing against him. Like, as you see.
Yeah, the nigga said I wasn't on this level. He put me on this level. And I blew past. Do the visitation. So guess what? Do the visitation. We need somebody to get these drugs in. Do the visitation. And guess who we pick?
Kick your feet up.
We pick you, little homie.
Kick your feet up. Kick your feet up.
BG.
Feet up.
BG.
Feet up.
So this what we gonna do. When your mama come,
Squat.
we done already wrote a letter to her.
Squat.
And we told her, if you don't do this, we gonna hurt you.
Now turn around.
Your mama
Turn
know
around.
it's dangerous in
Open
here.
your mouth.
So your
Open your
mama
mouth.
gonna bring those drugs.
So I'm showing y'all I don't have a problem with him. The same thing that I'm saying to y'all right now, I told him to his face. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? So no. And I just said, yo, when you being funny, and I think that is you had me cracking up, I got love, I'll play it. But when you doing the other shit, disrespecting the dead and the mothers and the parents, I can't get jiggy with that. And he understood that part. You know what I mean? That's why I try to tell y'all, when I say
Let me
we
stop saying
surviving,
this shit. I don't know.
Listen.
But let me just say it from a
Hold
nigga
up.
standpoint.
when I say we surviving Charleston White's eyeball, and I keep telling y'all be like, I don't know what's the good eye or what's the bad eye. The bad eye is the good eye. His bad eye, he can see good as a motherfucker out of that shit. 3D, pure survival. You know what I'm saying? This eye right
I
here.
don't believe that if I take this motherfucking eye out right here,
Oh, no, don't take it out. Hey, don't take it out.
nigga, shut up. You want me to believe it's an open, empty space right here. They can go take another eye from a human, put an eye in here.
Put the eye back
Stop
in,
looking.
please.
Nigga, just look, nigga. Listen to what I'm saying. You think they can take an eye and put an eye in here that's not in there and make this motherfucker see and ain't nothing in there right now? I'm insulted that you would even ask me some bullshit like this. And if Aiden Ross and them can do it, yeah, I take it. Boy, I love to see out this eye again just to see what it look like.
Do you take it out before you go to sleep every night?
No, I play like it's a real eye. And I don't never take it out.
You know, Fetty Wap had an eye like that.
His shit was ugly.
See that? We are surviving Charleston White's eyeball right now. That eyeball that he take out, that motherfucker, when that eyeball is not there and it's just skin, pure survival, the skin still could see. You know what I'm talking about? I've done, in person, the motherfucker could see real good with that bad eye. I told y'all when we first saw each other, he jabbed me in the stomach. Pure survival. I didn't even know the motherfucker was about to swing. And I mean play fighting. Like he like to be playful, like, you know what I mean? No Diddy. But yeah, man, I just think that he wrong for the shit he's saying to this woman though. I just can't lie.
Has never physically hurt anybody. Nobody has came up dead because of my character. I say a lot of things. Your son done a lot of things. So I want to remind people again, because I have to keep saying this every 6 months when we talk about Charleston. Actions speak louder than words, my nigga. I ain't never hurt nobody. Never in my life have I shot a gun at a black man. I went to the boys' home, nigga, because we killed a white man. I've never broken into a black person's house. I've never stomped a nigga in the head. I've never committed crimes to my people, homie. So he was doing this. And like I said, homie, he worked hard to get killed.
According to what his mom told me, the dad passed away when he was 14, and she noticed the change in Fulio Charles as time went by. But that really affected him. He lost his dad and his grandmom around the same time.
So that means she was at work and he was at home by himself with no counseling, no therapy, no football coach. I remember my mother was trying to get us put into.
So the boy's father died. You know what I'm saying? The mother's working. She's still trying to maintain to keep a roof over their head, pure survival. So, of course, you're going to turn to the streets. You know what I'm saying? But that's not something that's her control. That's not, she couldn't control what he was going to do. And once some kids act out, especially boys, when their mothers go through divorce or the man go this way, the husband or whatever, the boys start acting the fuck out, and you wonder why he or the daughter. You know what I'm saying? The boy lost his dad. So yeah, but she couldn't control none of that. Charleston
never committed crimes to my people, homie. So he was doing this. And like I said, homie, he worked hard to get killed.
According to what his mom told me, the dad passed away when he was 14. And she noticed the change in Fulio Charles as time went by. But that really affected him. He lost his dad and his grandmom around the same time.
So that means she was at work and he was at home by himself with no counseling, no therapy, no football coach. I remember my mother was trying to get us put into extracurricular activities. My mother was going out trying to go get mentors, whether that was my uncles, some of her male cousins, to try to come interact with her boys. Since the mama's job to try to find her boy somebody to connect with, since they can't connect with the nigga she. So she mean to tell me from 14 to now, she ain't been no nigga Julio could have connect with and been a mentor to? Because a positive male image can replace a father figure. I'm sure she somebody that could have played stepdaddy to that little ugly motherfucker.
He said he's sure that she was fucking somebody that could have played stepdaddy to that little ugly motherfucker. This is what he's saying. And no matter who his mother was dating, it wasn't another man's responsibility to do that, sir. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't know if, you know what I'm saying, she may have been trying to do that or not. But the men she might have been with didn't want that kind of situation. You know what I mean? So it's like you're blaming everything on her. Yeah, I know you've been effing dudes all that time, You couldn't have nobody be his mentor or that. You blaming his whole death on his mother. And this is why I feel like you completely wrong for this.
Somebody to connect with, since they can't connect with the nigga she. So she mean to tell me from 14 to now, she ain't been no nigga Julio could have connect with and been a mentor to? Because a positive male image can replace a father figure. I'm sure she somebody that could have played stepdaddy to that little ugly motherfucker. So I heard what she's saying, but the apple don't fall too far from the tree, Miss Lady. You as a child is a reflection of your parents. That's why they say when you leave out of this house, nigga, you gonna do this because you are a reflection of how you were raised.
No, I disagree 100%. Because you can raise a kid, you can bring a kid up in a wonderful environment. How many people, if you go to Forensic Files and you see the kids that grow up rich, silver spoon, all that, and kill the parents who raised them and had, you know what I'm saying? Your kid is going to make a decision on their fucking own. I don't care how much you think that a kid, you could try to prep your kid to, oh, you're gonna be da-da, and then they're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. You just gotta love and support them and trust and hope that they make the right decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can't say that, all right, just because you grew up in a good environment that you're gonna just turn out just great. You know what I mean? Because you followed your parent, or just because you grew up in the ghetto or from a bad situation that you can never become successful. No, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get older and we make choices depending on whatever circumstances we in. But everybody, you got motherfuckers, millionaire kids that become junkies. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't know what they're gonna do. You only can hope for the best. You're blaming his whole entire death on his mother. Even saying, damn, his dad died at 14. You couldn't, all of the dudes that you might have been giving some pussy to, none of them couldn't stayed and been a father to him. Like, they had to do it. Like, that wasn't his dad that actually died. That's crazy. Like, he blamed the whole thing on this woman.
Somebody to connect with. Since they can't connect with the nigga so she mean to tell me from 14 to now, she ain't been no nigga Julio could have connect with and been a mentor to? Because a positive male image can replace a father figure. I'm sure she somebody that could have played stepdaddy to that little ugly motherfucker. So I heard what she's saying, but the apple don't fall too far from the tree, Miss Lady. You as a child is a reflection of your parents. That's why they say when you leave out of this house, nigga, you go do this because you are a reflection of how you were raised. You are a reflection of your upbringing.
I asked her though. I said, if you could go back, is there anything you would have done different?
She said no. That's when I knew. That's when I knew she was a horrible mother. Because even as a parent, as good as I think I am as a day one daddy, if I can go back and do something different, I will go back and do a lot of things different.
And you hear him. He's saying that she was a horrible mother because she said she wouldn't change anything in her life growing up. I don't know if I can say that means that she's a horrible mother. Yeah, I don't know this woman personally, but I can't just say that. She might feel like whatever choices she made, you know what I mean? Like, I've been to prison before. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't change that for nothing because I wouldn't know and be the person I am today if I didn't go through them consequences. So I don't know how she's seeing it or how she's viewing it, why she's saying that, but he blaming the whole thing on her. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck who Charleston White people come in here and just agree with him. Because if the people that say, oh, I disagree with everything he say, then that you are the people that I was talking about. That love the fact that he talk about dead people. That love the fact of when he being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the people who love and enjoy that. So, hey, salute to y'all.
Because you are a reflection of how you were raised. You are a reflection of your upbringing.
I asked her though. I said, if you could go back, is there anything you would have done different?
She said no. That's when I knew. That's when I knew she was a horrible mother. Because even as a parent, as good as I think I am as a day one daddy, if I can go back and do something different, I will go back and do a lot of things different. Because as parents, we don't know what to do in the beginning. And as for a single mother, homie, we would all go back and do something different. That's how I know she got to be f***ed up to say I wouldn't change nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, she said he always had a roof over his head, never struggling, always had food.
Jeffrey Dahmer always had a roof over his head, always had food. But his mama wasn't at home. His daddy wasn't at home. The roof over the head and the food don't raise me. The roof and the food don't teach me manners. It don't teach me morals, principles. It don't give me dignity. It don't teach me integrity. So what the she talking about? He always had a roof and food over his head. So did Charles Manson. Ted Bundy. Don't mean shit. The absence of your mother and your father. What did she teach him? Obviously, she didn't teach him no manners. What did she teach him? How did she raise him?
But see, that's the struggle of being a single parent is You have to work. You have to sacrifice hours.
My mother took her early retirement from General Motors because she saw when she had her 2 boys, working this General Motors job caused her to work more than being at home so she could provide this great life for us. Once we got in trouble because our mother wasn't at home, when we get out of school, mom at work. We want to play football. Mama can't take us to football practice.
So he just blaming everything on her. Salute the reborn creation in the building. Thank you, handsome, to be there in this situation. Love you, good mans. Don't get the value just because they have millions, especially make it out of the pain. Salute to you. Thank you so much. Miss Reborn in the building. Pure survival. You are absolutely right. You know what I mean? And some people think that money is everything and money can make you whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is why today, like I said, you can do the shit that Charleston White is doing and you can, be successful. Just go ahead and disrespect the dead and all that crazy shit. Like I said, I don't have a personal issue with him. Y'all clearly see us, together. I will tell Charleston this to his face. I've been told him that. But me and him are 2 different people. And it works for him. I just can't disrespect somebody's mother like this after they lost their son. I don't give a damn if the son made the decision to be play the gangster life and all that. Yes. But how can I say that it was the mom's fault? Even if she struggled growing up. Like, that's crazy.
When we playing football, we want to look in the stands and see mama. That's the motivation to keep going. But nigga, mama at work. Mama got to work to keep all this roof. So guess what? The instructions is it take a village to raise a child. Not only do it take a village to raise a child, it also says train up a child. So most black parents think just giving you food, shelter, and clothing and raising you is good enough. It says train. So what have we trained our children in? Manners, respect, discipline, work, exercise. So who's training this little motherfucker while he eating noodles? Because she say he like to eat noodles. Who making the noodles? Him or her? Do he get breakfast in the morning? When he get in trouble at school, is there discipline? Is there consistent discipline? I didn't hear her talk about none of that.
And you can have every single thing that he's talking about. You can be a kid that get breakfast in the morning. You can be a kid that get put on punishment when you mess up in school and still get older and make bad decisions. That don't mean nothing. You saying so if a kid had breakfast in the morning, he's going to turn out to just be a wonderful child because the motherfucker had breakfast. Listen, my mother pretty much, like, I had a choice growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I lived in a neighborhood to where you could have got into whatever you wanted to get into. But when I look back at it, I had a choice to look up to motherfuckers that was going in and out of jail and out doing crazy type of shit like that. I had a choice. I chose to look up to them niggas and run behind them. When as an adult, you could never get me to do that shit today. But when I look back, I can't say, oh, it was my mother, da-da-da-da. No. Like, I chose to do the shit that I want to do. When I quit school on my 17th birthday, motherfucker, pure survival, I chose to do it. It was nothing to do with my mother. It was nothing to do with nobody. I wanted to get the fuck out of school because I'm looking at these niggas running around. I want to be with them. Pure survival. And then I made the choice a year later to go back to night school myself. You know what I mean? A parent cannot, I'm not blaming, no. Like, yes, your upbringing, it does play an effect of who you are years later. I agree with that. But it does not mean shit. You can live, like, when I mean not mean shit, you can live the best glamorous life. You can say, protect your kids from everything in the world. And then when they get older, they go make their own fucking decision to put themselves in danger. Or you can't protect them from none of that. You gotta just believe and trust that they're gonna make the right decisions. But it's not her fault. Just like you try to blame Gilly when his son went and got killed. Said, oh, it's Gilly's fault. How is this his fault? And his 20-something-year-old son like, yo, that's just that's how I feel. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Anytime he do this, and I ain't said nothing to you, Charleston, in a long time, and they playing with my fucking numbers right now, and I still don't give a shit. Pure survival.
Do he get breakfast in the morning? When he get in trouble at school, is there discipline? Is there consistent discipline? I didn't hear her talk about none of that. The apple don't fall too far from the tree. The root and the fruit is one and the same. I'm gonna say that again. The roots and the fruit, nigga. So
Now you see, he keep blaming the mother, saying the apple don't fall too far from the tree. It's his mother's fault, and I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't believe it was his mother's fault. He made the songs he made. He chose the path that he chose on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I feel.
the apple don't fall too far from the tree. The root and the fruit is one and the same. I'm gonna say that again. The roots and the fruit, nigga. So meaning the root of a tree. They go all the way down to the ground. They stretch out that way. Those are the roots. The fruit that hangs from the tree is the same as the root because it's attached to the tree. So nigga, that's her baby. That demon come out of her.
She said that
And I never heard her apologize to none of the victims. Homie, my mother.
And he just said he never heard her apologize to none of the victims. Like anybody that was connected to Julio Foolio. Like if he, was with some people that killed somebody else's family, the mother never apologized to the victims. So, like I said, he blamed the mother all the way through. Like how is the mother apologizing to the victims, and we don't even know like who the victims are. You said that Julio wasn't the shooter, wasn't the killer. He was the one just talking all the gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? So how is she gonna go apologize to the victims, like as if she did something to them? Because like you said, the demon's son came out of her. Like
that demon come out of her.
She said that
and I never heard her apologize to none of the victims. Homie, my mother would never talk to you. My mother would never do a Say Cheese TV interview. My mother would never come online after I'm dead and talk to anybody. Because why would she talk to y'all for? And she just buried me. Why? I ain't got nothing to say to y'all and I just buried my baby. Y'all. Unless I need this money he trying to pay me.
So why not? Like I told you, if I died, I would want my mother and my family to get all the money possibly that they can get off of me. Other people are talking about me, making money off of me. Why wouldn't I want my mother to do that? And his mother is giving an interview talking about a side of him that people didn't know. She's doing a documentary about his life and all that, and people saying, "Oh, she just trying to get money." Da 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 da. What the fuck you think your mother or your family? Like, why wouldn't? So what if she need to get money? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is her son. I would want my mother to get every fucking dime. These other people making money. I'm making money right now talking about the situation. Pure survival. Reacting to him. So why couldn't the mother get paid to get interviewed, and she wants to be able to talk about her son and talk about him in a positive way instead versus him just looking like the demon? You know what I'm saying? And I told y'all, I'm not taking up for the shit that Julio was doing. When I heard that, when I see you, I thought that was completely disrespectful. When he did the song in the cemetery, I'm like, this motherfucker trying to get himself killed. I said that. But I will never blame the mother for it. What did she have to do? She couldn't stop this grown motherfucker from doing that stupid shit.
I'm not finna talk to y'all and I just buried my baby. And my baby was one of the most disrespectful rappers outside of King Von. How can I come stand on a platform and make any excuses and any justification? I'm going to denounce this behavior. I remember I stole a car one time, homie. I was going to Hutchinson Junior High. My cousin was going to Gun.
Hey, shout out to Hutch. I went to Hutch too.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, nigga, my cousin
Purple and gold, man. Purple and gold. Chaparrals.
Yes, Chaparral. So we was a little bit more hood over here by Pebble Creek in the Hutch.
Yeah.
The Gun kids over there in Pantego were kind of well-to-do. Homie,
Yep.
I went over there and taught them niggas how to steal cars. Everybody get caught, I get away. My cousin get caught. Me and him snuck out the house together. When my mama and his mama went to the juvenile detention center to go pick him up, first thing my mama want to know is where is Charleston? I know he was with y'all. The police didn't know I was with them niggas. My mama know. My mama know, homie. Where is Charleston? I know he was with y'all because I ain't
See, in Charleston, I feel like he just going off of his mother and how he grew up. I hear you, but everybody did not have the same mother or the same conversation or the same experience you had with yours. So you can't put everybody's situation in the same thing, sir. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I know why you do it. And like I said, I get it. You're making money. Everybody is making money off of this situation. This is just a fact, even if you don't want to. If I speak about it, I didn't get up here and say, oh, when I speak about this, I'm about to make some money. You know what I mean? Did I know, the super chat, so any of that was going to come? Pure Survival? First super chat was $100. And shout out to her, Pure Survival. But I didn't know that. That wasn't a plan. I really, really wanted to react to this right here. And it's like, you don't have no other choice. You're going to make money off of it anyway. So why shouldn't the mother, you know what I'm saying? No, that don't, no. I want my family to get every dime. Please. I can't spend it in heaven. God damn it. And I wonder if heaven got a ghetto.
ain't back home yet, so now I'm considered a runaway. My mama didn't care about me getting in trouble. My mama cared about me being held accountable and responsible for making wrong choices and decisions so I can learn from this. But if you keep rescuing me, you keep making excuses for me, you keep justifying and blaming, I ain't gonna never accept full responsibility. And I ain't gonna never learn to be a man, because part of being a man is accepting responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, so she said she was very aware. She said that every time he would drop a diss record, she would beg him to delete it.
I would put him out my house. I would put my...
So you hear that? Julio Foolio's mother, every time he made a song disrespecting the dead, she would beg him to take that song down. She would beg and plead with him and come and tell him about himself. She didn't just let him just make the song and not say nothing to him. So she was trying to stop him, but she couldn't. The boy was grown. Like even Charleston just said, oh, I would have put him out. But she was trying to do what she could. And how you even know he was living with her at that time? I don't even think he was. So, yo, like I said, a kid is going to, well, a grown-up is going to make a grown-up goddamn decision. And you will get your feelings hurt when they grow up, because you so hell-bent thinking that you want them to turn out the way you want them to turn out. And when they turn out differently as a parent, now you're fucking crying. You're crying now because you want to force your fucking life on them, or a life that you may have failed in, and you want them to make it because you didn't make it, but you were trying. After the end of the day, you have a life, your kids have a life. They're going to make whatever decision. You just give them the game that you came up under, give them the advice, give them the encouragement, and be blessed and thank God when they make these right decisions and get these accomplishments and all of that. You know what I mean? But if they ever make a mistake or make a bad choice, you can't try to beat them down because they didn't come out the way that you felt like they should came out. Perfect. When you know damn well you're not perfect. And you never was. Pure survival. None of us is. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you can hope for the best for them and all that. It's just Charleston, like I said, You know I don't got no problem with you. And you know I will hope to God, not even hope to God, but I will wish you even try to shoot at me. You know not to have a rant with me because we would go back and forth forever, like we did in the very beginning, a couple years ago. You know what I mean? And it'll be all comedy. All right? But I'm just telling you that you wrong for this. You know what I mean? For blaming everything on her. That's just how I feel. I don't feel like a parent can control what a grown adult. You know what I mean? Now a young kid, that's something different. If your kid is young and da da da, and you got them in certain environments or different things like that, I'll be able to say, "Oh, she wrong. Why would she have this kid under da da?" But it's a grown ass motherfucking boy, grown ass man. Excuse me. So I don't feel like it's her fault.
I ain't gonna never accept full responsibility. And I ain't gonna never learn to be a man because part of being a man is accepting responsibilities for your actions.
Yeah. So she said she was very aware. She said that every time he would drop a diss record, she would beg him to delete it.
I would put him out my house. I would put my son out my house.
But now your son is in risk of being shot for real because
Yeah, I know. Get out this goddamn house, nigga, because you playing gangster. You playing gangster, you talking gangster. You not gonna put me and your sister life in danger, nigga. Go on out there and be gangster, boy. But don't come back to this house. In this whole town, Jacksonville ain't that big, my nigga.
it's huge. No, Jacksonville's huge.
It ain't that big for what they was doing.
Well, size-wise, it's bigger than it's
Man.
damn near bigger than Houston.
It ain't that big for what they were doing, homie. It ain't that big for what they was doing. That's how they was able to do it. Because they seeing each other, homie. It ain't that big for them. Homie, he should have left. She should have made him leave. And if I respect my mother, and my mother's expressing her concerns to me, nigga, when my mama gets shot, I'm getting away from my mama. When my mama got shot, y'all shoot my mama 8 times, my nigga. I'm gonna get away from my mama and them, homie. Because this happened because of me. I've never brought no trouble and no harm to my mother's house. Never. Never, my nigga. So I don't understand her or him.
How much power does a single mother have?
No.
Especially when they have when they're having sons that are bigger than them.
Single mothers got a lot of power.
You think so?
If you've been popping their ass since they were 6 months old, 2 years old, boy, if you've been disciplining that kid, cause yeah, hell yeah, they got a lot of power. Nigga, I was scared of my mama up until 14.
I think these kids are different.
No, they ain't. Nigga, I done seen some schools where them mamas come in and them kids, most little boys are scared of their mamas, homie. But what happened is, mothers like his and these other mothers have these niggas so young. They raise them up like they little boyfriends. Oh, he the man.
Now look, I've seen that. I've seen some women that treat their sons like their boyfriends and shit, or treat them like little girls. Pure survival. But to me, that's still like a single mother is not gonna be able to control what a boy gonna grow up. A young man gonna grow up and do regardless. But I did see that, ladies. I know if you treat your son like your boyfriend, or treat him like a little girl, still at the end of the day, that you can't blame the mother.
Some schools where them mamas come in and them kids, most little boys are scared of their mamas, homie. But what happened is, mothers like his and these other mothers have these niggas so young. They raise them up like they little boyfriends. Oh, he the man of the house. So they let a lot of stuff go when they 2, 3, 4, 5. It's cute then. No. Stop. No, mommy. Who you telling no? Come here. Pop that ass. But if you let him make it, he gonna know your ass when he's 17. Cute. Say, boy, get in here. Huh? Who you saying huh to? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Y'all sit y'all ass down somewhere. And nigga sit down, nigga. I been out here now, no noise in there. Nigga don't make now no noise. Nigga did that damn near until he was a teenager. Nigga would have to run away from mama, nigga, to try to go be grown. Our mothers didn't know what we were doing, nigga. We got to the house, we pulled our pants up before we walk in. Visine in our eyes so mama don't see our red, our cologne on. Because it's not that we feared our mothers, we respected them, nigga. because they was real mothers. Consistent discipline, my nigga, structure.
That's still not. I don't care what he say. No matter what you do, your kid is gonna grow up and make their own decisions. Pure survival. That's just my opinion. Smash that like button. He talking all this trash, and his kids probably run him. Pure survival. Um, yeah, Charleston is funny. I don't pay him no mind, but this time I had to react to him, like, you know. But my Instagram, Jamil Peterson, Mr. I Am Comedy. Follow me, I follow you back. Smash that like button, share this video. And Anthony Dewberry, Charleston White's best friend. I'm still surviving your gold tooth, sir. When is you gonna unblock me, dude? I dare you get on your shit talking about, yeah, say man. Cause you know what it is too, dude. I'll comedically honey nut roast your ass too, Dewberry. You know what I'm saying? Cause you feel like everything that this man say. Anybody in the world that feel like, oh, Charleston said the most powerful shit I've ever heard in life. Y'all are weird. If y'all think that he's saying something that never was said in the world and it's the most powerful and dominant shit, then that's how I can tell that you motherfuckers, y'all are followers. That y'all not leaders. Y'all looking for somebody to lead you. You know what I'm saying? He's never saying nothing that's, oh, this super impact powerful shit. You know what I mean? And like I said, this time I ain't said nothing to fuck with him since last year. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, not even then. We was, cool. And I'm just basing my opinion, and I think that he's wrong for going at Julio Foolio's mother, blaming it all on her. Pure survival. Like it or not, I don't give a fuck. Make sure y'all go. Any Charleston White fans that come in here, y'all go in there and tell him I said that. I bet you he won't say shit to me. Guarantee you. Because he know I'm waiting for it. We'll spark it back up. We got a nice history. Pure survival. And I've been told him that if I ever gotta comedically get you again, just because we cool, we hug, whatever, that doesn't mean I'm still not gonna comedically come at you. You and your eyeball. Pure survival.